Check, check, check. Yep, it's been a very, very long time. So I thought I should just jump in here and see how everybody's doing. It's been a very, very long time since I did another shoot or another video about anything. So if you are around and you'd like to chat, ask any questions, especially about creating the best LinkedIn profile, please let me know. There's already 6 people. 11 people. Is there any things that you guys want to know about creating the best LinkedIn profile that maybe I could actually cover for all of you guys? Okay, we're now sitting on 20 people. Okay, that's a good start. 22. Okay. Now, one of the things that I wanted to maybe try and address for a lot of people is talking about LinkedIn. It's one of those platforms that these days we use it for everything. We use it to get information, we use it to share information, we use it even to look for jobs. So, and if your LinkedIn profile does not necessarily represent the type of profile that you're looking for, you're not always going to get the right people responding to your messages when you send those messages, and that's not something that's very, very nice. Um, and then Tabang says, "Hi Tidi, please assist me with that. I'm struggling to get a job." Okay. Maybe this might be actually the best platform to talk about some of the things that you guys might be struggling with from a LinkedIn point of view. So we're gonna go through a few things because I think some of the people are not necessarily considered for roles, not because they're not the right people, but because sometimes when you look at the content that's being shared, it's not necessarily representing exactly who you are. So I'm going to go through a list of things that I think are absolutely important for you to get noticed on LinkedIn, or things that will be able to enhance your profile to a point where people actually speak to you about those. Now, the first most important thing is the headshot, the picture. What I've also realized is some people normally have pictures. I hope you guys can hear me. So please, if you can hear me, you know, put a little comment or something that says we can hear. If you can't hear me, also let me know. If the voice is too low, also let me know. If it's too high, let me know. We can make the right adjustments as we go along. So, first thing that I think is very, very important for anybody's LinkedIn profile is normally the professional headshot. So, a lot of people tend to think that a professional headshot is something that you need to pay somebody to actually do that for you. It's not necessary. All you need is just a cell phone. And nowadays, I don't think there's a cell phone these days that takes a bad picture. Just make sure that there's just the correct lighting. And the correct lighting, all I mean is you're outside under the shade. Please don't be outside where the sun is out in your face, because then you're going to have this bad reflection in your face, like the one that I'm seeing on my forehead now. So the easiest thing that you can do is when the sun is out, uh, get a friend, stand outside on the where underneath the shade, ask them to actually take a picture. Now, I always say to people, a picture that looks really professional in most cases, that you always at an angle. It's not always those passport like pictures where it's like me, that's it. That's where we actually focus. So take a picture in at a different angle, and then you'll be able to do that. The second most important thing is a very compelling headline. So one of the things that LinkedIn has recently released now is an opportunity for somebody to actually, like where AI assists you with creating the right headline for your LinkedIn. Now, I always say to people, when it comes to headline, it's more than just a job title. It should showcase your expertise or unique professional value. Like what else do you bring to the table? So you could be marketing manager, and then you could put things like branding and strategic digital design, or this and that. So whatever extra stuff that you've got, make sure that your headline speaks to exactly what you're looking for. The third most important thing, Tabang, I hope some of these things make a bit of sense. This will be recorded, it will stay on my LinkedIn. You can always check it out on YouTube as well. So it'll be somewhere. And then the third most important thing is a detailed summary. Now, also, once again, one of the things that I've said is use ChatGPT to help you in some of these things. If you're struggling with a detailed summary of your profile, ChatGPT has got two versions. You've got the paid and the free version. I know in most cases, like a lot of people that I speak to, they don't always they don't always speak about ChatGPT and what it can use. It's one of the most important tools that you can actually use for your career now. It sort of levels the playing ground where if you're not a great writer, ChatGPT will become your best writer to make sure that you've got a detailed summary of your background. The summary section should tell a story, highlight your career journey, the skills, and what else you bring to the table. Because it should also be engaging in such a way that if I read it, it makes me want to speak to you and understand a bit more about who you are. And you can make it a bit more personal. It doesn't have to be too detailed where it sounds like you are a boxed person and you're not, you don't have a personal life somewhere else. Um, and then there's a question from Refueler saying, can you please explain what ChatGPT is? Okay, so now, ChatGPT, guys, for anybody that might not know what it is, and I fully understand that some people don't know what it is, so I'm going to share it here. So, in the last couple of months since December, there's a company called OpenAI that went and created an AI tool that us mere mortals can finally now start using. So now we can be able to, if you want to write a long story about life in the Bundus, you can be able to do that. If you want to share information about what is happening in your life, you can use this AI tool to help you draft messages. You can use the tool to help you look at your CV. So you can copy your CV as it is, paste it on ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT to say, based on this resume, what else would you improve if I was looking for a job in marketing? And what it will do is it will help you give you tips on what else you can improve in that. So ChatGPT is an AI tool. There is another one called Bard, which is owned by Google. So also please go ahead, search for ChatGPT. It's literally exactly as you've written it, as ChatGPT. You can search for it. It'll take you directly to a website for OpenAI. Click on that, register your details, and then you can have the free version. And the free version is also just as powerful. If you don't want to do that, you can also just go to bard.com, which is bard.com, which is the Google version of ChatGPT. Go there, use it as well. You can ask it as many questions. The other one that a lot of people tend to do, which is part of ChatGPT or where ChatGPT is actually enabled in that platform, is Bing. So the search engine Bing. So one of the things that we've got is obviously you've got Google Chrome, you've got Safari, you've got all these search engines. So I mean, all these platforms for searching that you can use. Now, Bing, Bing, has got ChatGPT enabled in it. So you can actually go use ChatGPT for free there as well. So you don't have to pay for the subscription model. You can just go use the free one. What I'll also do, guys, is I'll share a link because I've created a ChatGPT account that allows people to ask it questions specifically only on careers. So I will share the link with you guys under this video so that you can go check it out. You can ask it questions to say, I want to change jobs. What do I need to do? And then it will help you give you ideas on how to actually change jobs. Or I'm going for an interview. This is what I think I seem to be struggling with. It'll start asking you questions and help you get to the level where you feel comfortable that you're ready for that. You can even ask it to say, I'm going for a marketing job interview. What kind of interview questions should I be ready for? And then it'll give you like a whole list of interview questions. You can even say, what kind of interview questions should I be ready for? And how do I answer these questions? And then it'll give you the questions and how you answer it. The question, how you answer. It's a fantastic tool. So if you haven't played around with it, please go ahead and play around with it. It will help you a lot. Now, the fourth section is basically on your LinkedIn, is speaking about experience section. So a lot of people have got different experiences. If you don't have experience that is formalized experience, you could have had other things that you could have done, worked in the church, done anything. It doesn't matter. Experience is experience. People just want to know that you can work with others. So please make sure that you highlight that. And once again, you can use ChatGPT to assist you in putting together the experience that actually will help you for the future. And then in each one of these roles, the experience session, I always say, put a brief description of the responsibilities. It should be brief, not nothing more than 5 or 6 bullet points. So it should be quite short. And one of the things that people tend to also not add into the experiences is the achievements. My suggestion is, if you're looking at a LinkedIn profile and you put in your experiences, always put achievements that you can quantify, where you could say, save the company extra this, or save the company X, or save the company 20% investments on this and that. So that's just show people that you've got some of those experiences as well as the achievements that you built. The next thing is basically the skills endorsement. Update your skills. There's a section on your resume that allows people to actually endorse your skills, to say, oh no, in talent acquisition, this person has got skills in headhunting, this and that. Get people to actually do that, get people to endorse you on some of those things. And what's also quite interesting about skills and endorsements is, if you put your skills, like if, for example, let's say you're a marketing manager that's got digital strategy, you've been able to do planning and execution, you've done campaigns, you've done that, and you add these to your LinkedIn profile. When recruiters search for your details, normally this comes up, and it tells recruiters that you've got the experience that they're looking for, and then they'll normally reach out to you. So that's one of the things that we currently have. The other thing that we normally have is obviously recommendations. Suggestion is, if people can do a recommendation for you, please ask some of the people that you've worked with, some of your managers, to write a recommendation. Recommendations are fantastic because they tell a different story from somebody else's point of view about your capabilities and your experiences. So try that as well. And then the seventh one is education and certificates. If you have any certifications that you've done in the last couple of years, please, by all means, add them, talk about them, make sure that they're actually there as well. And then what's also very, very important is, there's an activity section where we normally have things like like my videos are an activity section. Any comments that I make is an activity section. Any questions that I ask, any posts that I do, they're all an activity session. That's also one of the cool things that you can also do. And then what's also quite nice is custom URL. If you go to search for my LinkedIn profile, you'll see it will have linkedin.com/, and then it will have my name, which is Tidikuno. That's it. Nothing like Tidikuno 98776529 whatever it is. So you can also create that for yourself, which is actually quite nice. Um, and one of the other easiest things that we always say to people is having a section where your name is easy to find. It's easier for people to search for it, instead of having these weird long URLs that you might have. And then the last thing that I think everybody should always think about is networking. How well do you network with people within this particular space? So for example, when you actually reach out to somebody on LinkedIn, my advice is always, please make sure that you have a specific custom message that you send to that person. Do not use the generic one that just sounds like you didn't even look at my profile, because sometimes you'll find that people send you a generic message, and you then accept them. They immediately send you a message to say, hi, please help me do with X. And you're like, if you looked at my profile, you'll know that I won't be able to help you with this, but if you looked at it, you'll know that I can help you with the following: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time you send somebody an invite on LinkedIn, please try and customize the message, and make sure that that person is able to see why you want to connect with them. And I always say to people, if you want to be in marketing, try and connect with as many people in marketing as possible, and explain to them why you connected with them. You are in the same industry, you are in the same space that I'm in, and I'm actually interested in getting to know a bit more about you, so that at least you can help me in navigating the career in marketing, or navigating XYZ. So those are some of the tips that I normally have to say, if you're looking at creating a very compelling LinkedIn profile. Focus on those. Now, if there's anything specific, guys, please do share some of the questions. I'm looking at my LinkedIn profile as we speak because I see there's about 24 people that are joined in. I know there was no warning to this chat, so if you have any questions, please, by all means, let's go ahead. Anything else? We can always chat on LinkedIn. Send me messages, send me questions. I will always respond to all your questions. If you're not um, if you don't want to ask questions directly here on the chat where there's a few more other people, it's okay. Go ahead, send me a message, inbox me on LinkedIn, and I'll answer all your questions, and then we can take it from there. Refilo Tabang, anybody that's there, please, if you have questions that you're not really comfortable yet to ask directly on this live, send me a message. Let's respond. Let's respond to your questions, and then we can take it from there. I will try and answer as many questions within the next couple of hours as possible, but I'll make sure that at least no matter what I get, I will still answer some of your questions. So, any questions that you might have, and in the absence of questions, I can always obviously cut this live for now and we will chat. This was one of those where it was an impromptu session where I was like, you know what, let me just do a quick video catch up on LinkedIn and what to do on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for some of the things that we've got. Um, and then I will last the job. I got watched your videos on YouTube. Oh, that is, listen, Tabang, you just made my day, man. Like the fact that you watched some of my videos and it helped you with the last job. But let's chat. If you have anything specific that you're struggling with, or some of the things that you're worried about, send me a message on LinkedIn. Let's chat. I will always speak to you privately and discuss whatever issues you might have going forward, and then we can take it from there. Have a fantastic day, guys. And thank you for watching this 17 minutes, 9 seconds live that came from nowhere. But yep, at least we are here.